The myth surrounding Ember months is a cultural belief in Nigeria, prevalent around September to December, that these months are associated with increased tragic events like accidents, deaths, and fire outbreaks. The reality is that there is no inherent supernatural mystery to these months, but an increased road accidents caused by a surge in travel for festivals, family reunions, and end-of-year ceremonies, leading to greater road traffic and congestion. Sadly, these often give rise to increase in traffic, reckless driving, alcohol abuse, coupled with bad roads and not some supernatural forces. The federal government, through the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, and other agencies, have continued to emphasize proactive safety measures, including drivers' training, public enlightenment campaigns, and promoting responsible behavior during the festive season. As we are in the Setptember month, we will, look at the scorecard since the inception of the campaign, plans for this year, and new modus operandi adopted by some motorists who have formed the habit of flouting traffic regulations. You can follow this news broadcast live on our website at nta.ng/live and on our other social media handles displayed right on the screen. I am Adeola Komiakere. Thank you for joining us on Panorama. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has reaffirmed his commitment to serve all Nigerians, reiterating his firm dedication to the oath of office. Zenrent Demon reports.
Bola Tinubu emphasizes the importance of genuine development across all sectors to drive the desired national development. In his words, quote, "I took an oath to serve all Nigerians, not a section. That oath guides every bridge, road, rail, power, and health project we deliver. From the Lagos-Calabar Highway in the south to the Sokoto-Badagry Superhighway in the north, from Port Harcourt-Maiduguri Rail in the east to Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Expressway in the center, and the Trans-Saharan Highway connecting African countries. These are not local trophies. They are our national assets. Health centers are being rehabilitated nationwide. Light rail projects in Kano, Kaduna, Lagos, and Ogun have been given the green light. 250,000 jobs are being created. Power is returning to Kaduna through the revived 255 megawatt power plant. Bridges in Onitsha and Bonny reconnect our people. Oil exploration is expanding in Bauchi and Gombe, and the AKK pipeline has crossed the Niger. He says, every farmer who needs a road, every trader who needs power, every child who needs a school, every patient who needs care. This is who we are building for. This is the equity of renewed hope. No Nigerian is second class. No region is left behind. Together, we will rise as one nation, one people, and one destiny. Zen Redding Moon, NTA News.
The federal government has reiterated commitments to building a strong private sector and reduce reliance on government employment among the female and Nigerian youths, with the setting up of automotive training centers by the National Automotive Design and Development Council. The Minister of State for Industry, Senator John Eno, made this known to journalists in Calabar as he launches a 500 million naira micro, small and medium enterprises grant to assist entrepreneurs and artisans in Cross River State. Maureen Leo Ajom reports.
Trade and Investment, Senator John Owan Eno just launched a 500 million naira micro, small and medium enterprises grant, a personal initiative separate from the federal and state government programs to train more than 1,000 would-be beneficiaries of the scheme, categorized under formal and informal businesses. The initiative, he notes, aligns with the federal government efforts to boost small-scale industries and manufacturing, with the current administration allocating 500 million naira in the 2025 budget to the Bank of Industry for micro, small, and medium enterprises lending at single-digit interest rate. Senator Waneno explained that the grant, which is not a loan, is intended to stimulate economic growth, create jobs, and help young people and artisans build sustainable livelihoods.
While in Lagos, I had the opportunity to inaugurate the Automotive Training Center at the Lagos University of Science and Technology. So I think that it's also a good, thing for us that we're also going to have an automotive training center, for Cross River. There is also a CNG station, I think, in the University of Calabar that the NADDC, is also, I think, inaugurating. That is not.
The senator, who had earlier visited free trade zones in Lagos and Cross River and tertiary institutions where the training centers are being set up, cautioned would-be beneficiaries to make judicious use of the grants. In Calabar, Maureen Leo, Ajom, NTA News.
Moving on now, the last quarter of each year is often characterized with road crashes due to heightened activities and the recklessness of drivers. Deliberate efforts at checkmating these incidents on the Nigerian roads, especially avoidable road crashes by relevant agencies to mitigate road accidents, is therefore required. Lynn Leneke in this report examines the causes and how it can be reduced.
Leaving thousands with permanent injuries, in addition to damages caused to vehicles, motorcycles, road and other infrastructure. The last quarter of every year is usually characterized by busy roads as many people travel in preparation for the end-of-year festivities. Key players in road safety matters believe overspeeding, overloading, lack of adherence to traffic rules and regulations, intake of alcohol drinks while driving are some of the factors responsible for increase in road traffic crashes during Ember month.
Your brake is okay, good tire, then the hands, most of the time the hand, those bolt joints and the tire rod. That one make tire to pull on the highway.
We have our constitution, so we fight the drivers by that constitution. They have to ensure that their buses are put in the right shape.
The relevant agencies in charge of ensuring safer roads are not relenting in their efforts towards educating motorists and transport stakeholders.
For this Ember Month 2025, we're going to step up on our enforcement on critical offenses like overspeeding, overloading, and we're going to visit markets, schools. Thankfully, schools are resuming this September, so we're going to be visiting schools, talking to parents, talking to teachers, talking to students about their safety on the road. Also, we're going to come in collaboration with transport unions, private organizations, and even government agencies, because safety is everybody's responsibility.
The drivers need to be more cautious. They need to be more careful, and they need to ensure that they do everything they humanly possible to make their vehicles roadworthy.
It is believed that frequent public enlightenment remains a vital tool to reducing road traffic crashes on Nigerian roads. In Lagos, Lynn Leneke, NTA News.
Now to discuss enlightenment on Ember months in Lagos on Panorama today is Corps Commander Kehinde Hamzat, Sector Commander FRSC Lagos Sector Command. Thank you for joining us on Panorama today.
Thank you for having me.
Now let's do a brief recap of Ember Month's campaign in Lagos, the statistics and success stories.
Yeah, I want to sincerely say that it has been a wonderful improvement in terms of enforcement enlightenment as well as a reduction in road traffic crashes compared to what we have in the first, second quarter. So it has been a joint effort by road safety officers and all the traffic agencies in the state. So simply put, it has been a positive development.
Okay, a good one from you, knowing that you've not stayed too long on that seat. Now let's go to overloading, especially of goods. It is still a worrisome development among commercial vehicles. Now, what is FRSC doing to curb this?
I'm glad this question comes at a very nice time. I discovered that most people believe that we operate only on private vehicles, that we don't deal with commercial vehicles. This is just a fallacy. Because the truth is that since about 4 weeks ago, we've been arresting commercial vehicles that are overloaded. So the trick is that many people thought by 6 o'clock, FRSC personnel will have left the road. Unfortunately, we now re-strategized because we had a charge from my co-marshal, Malam Shehu Mohammed Emena, that we should look for every opportunity, every way to curb the menace of overloading. So we now deployed a means by which we'll do this. So by 7 o'clock till about 11 o'clock at night, our men are deployed to the road. And I want to tell you, we have arrested over 100 overloaded vehicles that are commercial vehicles, because that belief that we don't arrest a private vehicle, commercial vehicle, it's not correct. And we did not do it alone. We did it in collaboration with men of the Nigerian police. The CP actually gave us backing, and he deployed a particular team that works with us anytime we want to have it. And I want to appreciate the commandant of NSCDC too, because they work with us to make sure that the job is easy, knowing fully well that we are not harmed. So when they are with us, we are able to do it, and arrest has been wonderful. The unfortunate aspect is that most passengers that are in these overloaded vehicles are involved, because we will not let the vehicle go until they reduce the load to the required standard after paying the prescribed fine. So that's exactly what we do, and it will be a continuous exercise.
Okay, now, how can we, reduce drugs, alcohol, and other stimulants used, by drivers, for them to be able to, go on multiple trips? Because I think they feel that when they're stimulated, it will enable them, give them the needed energy, the morale booster to do 10 trips in a day.
It's just a mirage, something that cannot be real. It's my interest, the general public, that we collaborate with members of the NDLEA. We work together, and we have pre-trip inspection, and that will go to the park to check some of these drivers at their various parks to be sure that the drivers that are to pick passengers are clean. So we use our alcoholizer, and of course, from ones that we're not too sure, the members of the NDLE support us to ensure that alcohol and drugs are reduced to the barest minimum. And at the various tank farms for petroleum products, we have our men that are there pre-checking the vehicles as well as the drunken or drug nature of the people who are to be loaded. If you are not found fit, they will turn you back. You cannot even load. These and lots more, those things we put in place to ensure that we have a free utilization.
All right, now, in the aviation industry, the regulations, they have prohibits a pilot from, flying more than 32 hours in any 7 consecutive days. Now, is there a way similar regulations can be implemented for long-distance drivers?
Yes, we're having that at every 4 hours of driving. A driver should at least rest for a minimum of 15 minutes so as to have blood circulation, be at alert. I mean, it's not an option. It's a must that by the time you drive for 4 hours, definitely you should park. So we are even encouraging the government, which the Lagos State is really keen into, such that we have rest areas, so that when you drive for a period of 4 hours, you can stretch, eat, drink, ease yourself before you continue driving. This thing is also applicable to even passengers.
Okay, thank you very much, Corps Commander. The culture of vehicle maintenance is not as before. How can we, bring this back?
See, many a times when we tell people maintain your vehicle, that's why when we look at the three things that really cause accident, that is the human factor, the mechanical, and the environmental factor. I do tell people that human beings constitute over 90%. That's my own analysis. And my reason is simple. A badly maintained vehicle is caused by a driver, which is the human being. The road that is not clear enough as a result of weather, and of course, bad roads, human beings are the ones driving along this road. So human beings could take charge of the circumstances to ensuring that there is no road traffic crash. Unfortunately, some people beat us to it by looking at those times when we were not on the road. And members of the vehicle inspection services are not leaving them alone too. There are times we have joint operation to look out for rickety vehicles, the ones that are not supposed to be on the road. Our men at the various tank farms, where we have various petroleum depots, they ensure that the vehicle that will supply the road will have a minimum standard before it would be allowed to even load, not to talk of applying the road. Unfortunately, after they must have done all this checking, which we're still planning, which I wouldn't want to disclose here, is that some people would now, after getting their products using very good and roadworthy vehicles, they will go and transload it into vehicles that are not roadworthy and move at a time when they are sure we are off the road. We are strategizing too.
Okay.
When the squirrel is being wise, then the hunter should be wise. The bird
should be wiser,
yes,
right? Okay.
The bird is trying to fetch without landing. The hunter should be ready to shoot without aiming.
Without missing. All right. Now, for all of this, you don't want to reveal the plans you have. So what are the punitive measures, consequences of, these road crashes by recalcitrant, let me use that word, drivers?
Yes. We have a program, Road Traffic Safety Standardization Scheme, RTSS, that we implore every fleet operators to embrace, because we discovered that some drivers will even come to our office that, Oga, park this motor. I don't tell my Oga, may do this tire, agree. Park them, book me, let them change it. So at that point, we would keep that vehicle until, for example, the tire is fixed, because the driver must have told the owner of this vehicle, okay, and they will refuse. So the RTSS is telling us that we have the operator's safety standard, driver's safety standard, and of course the vehicle safety standard.
So for
these are the three things.
Okay, may I come in here? For violating the standard, what is the penalty? Let's just read it out so Nigerians will know there are penalties involved.
Of course, if there's any crash now, it is not just the driver that will be held responsible. The owner of the vehicle too will definitely face the law.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time. Corps Commander Kehinde Hamzat. He is the Sector Commander, FRSC, Lagos Sector Command. Thank you for joining us on Panorama today. Thank you for staying with us. President Bola Tinubu sends warm felicitations to Vice President Kashim Shettima today, celebrating him on his 59th birthday anniversary. Describing the VP as my brother and co-traveler, he said the journey they both embarked on with a shared vision of building a more prosperous nation. Shettima's courage, sense of duty, tenacity, determination, and belief in Nigeria's greatness has remained unshaken. He recalls Shettima's meritorious service in both Borno State and at the National Assembly, displaying competence along the way. As they continue to lay the foundation of the renewed hope agenda, Mr. President wishes Vice President Shettima renewed vitality, wisdom, and more years of impact.
That's the much we can take on Panorama today. We'll